I'm gonna sit here for a couple of minutes before I head home. Got much of mud on my shoes. Spent part of the day over at the Braun Farm, which I do every Monday. I think we've talked about that before. I go there every Monday just to force myself to try to look differently at the same thing. And I got a chance to do that today. I got to tell some stories, maybe a little different than the way I shot them before, maybe not. I'll probably include one of these pictures in the description below. Not sure what it's going to be yet. I don't know. It's complicated. It'll be something down below. I'll have to do the edit to find out. The other thing I did is I worked on my Blue Monday, which is one of the reasons I stopped here, because I wanted to take out my phone and you can see perhaps where some of that Blue Monday stuff is going to be. I'm not sure. I had several pictures I shot for my Blue Monday. Don't know which one's going to be the best, but it doesn't matter. It's just going to be another Blue Monday picture. What's interesting about today is I actually got my photograph, my final photo, first thing this morning. The city crew, the city parks and recreation people, began to take down the decorations off the Christmas tree, or the holiday tree as they call it, in front of City Hall, and I got a photograph of the star coming off the top. Interesting because the fellow who was taking the star off the top appears to be the fellow who was so reluctant to have his picture made putting up the decorations at Heritage Park. I mean, I don't wish the poor guy any harm or difficulty, but he was at the top of the lift doing this and couldn't get away, so I got him. I knew I'd get him sooner or later. I got him. Shot that first thing this morning. Already shared it on Instagram and Facebook. That'll probably be my final photo. I'm going to work on the Blue Monday stuff. Don't know if it'll be what you see here. Well, I don't know what it'll be on the iPhone. Shot it all on my iPhone. We'll see what that looks like. I really enjoyed the day, even though there wasn't a lot that was different about it. Monday is always kind of ordinary. There's a lot of the businesses uptown are closed on Monday. There's not a lot of people out. Plus this weather, it's just that typical gray winter day that people talk about Ohio having all the time. And it's pretty accurate because that's really what the forecast is for the rest of the week, pretty much the very same thing. With the health difficulties we're having, it makes it difficult to find people doing things. The most I see perhaps is one or two people out running, jogging. That's got to be in the right conditions to really make a nice picture. So it's really difficult. January and February are always difficult months. But if you were to go through the last 16 years worth of photographs and look at January and February, those 2 months have the least number of people in them because there are fewer people out. Typically when they end up having people in them, it's something that's happening like a snowstorm or some unusual weather event or an event that's going on. But people just aren't out enjoying themselves and doing things in the parks and making picnics and kite flying. Not doing all those things because the weather's so crappy. All right, I'm going to head up here. I'm going to finish up. I keep an extra pair of boots and pair of socks in my car just for days like today where I get really muddy. And I may change before I go home. I recommend that you keep an extra pair of shoes and an extra pair of socks in your car. If you try to do the sort of stupid things that I do, it's to your benefit. I have mud all over my pants and my shoes, and I'll probably change shoes, but I may not. Maybe just take them off at the door. My pants are also muddy. I'll probably just step inside the house and take those off because it's a mess. I need to get those washed up anyway. I'll take a look at all the stuff I shot today. I did do some video of the lights burned out on the 2021 sign in front of City Hall. I don't know what's going to come of that. It's hard to do. It was all handheld, but I played. It was fun to do. It's a new skill set I'm trying to learn. You got to play at it more often. It's like making good photographs when you're trying to learn to be a better photographer. You don't always succeed in all the things that you do. You make photographs, you get home, you look at them, you don't like them, you do like them, you figure out what makes them work, you figure out what doesn't make them work, and you go back out and do it again. I'm doing the same thing with video. I'm trying to figure out what makes it work. I've got a lot of technical things I'm working on. I got a lot of things dealing with specifically with about cinematography. Everything has gone from still images to me to moving images, and that's a completely different world. And you have to think separately. You have to think differently to do those two things. And I'm still working on trying to make that happen. I hope it does. I hope to get to watch the skill set that I acquire. We'll figure out how this works together. All right, YouTube time. I want you to subscribe and like and comment and share. All right, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave you alone for a while. I'm going to ask you to do all those YouTube things, and then I'm going to go home and edit all this. I'll let you look at it tonight. Make sure you check my final photo. Check my Twitter feed at Gary Gardner. Check Facebook, Gary Gardner. Check Instagram, Gary Gardner. It's actually Gary Gardner everywhere, even on MySpace. Who uses MySpace? Still got my account there. I think I'm Gary Gardner even on Snapchat. I'll have to check on that. I can't remember. I may be Gary F. Gardner there. Oh, well, we'll look. And I may link my Snapchat, even though I don't do anything with it. Take a look at my Instagram today. I have a stupid story. You might like it. I'm off. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, another picture. Oh, okay.